Hello guys, you're welcome back again to my YouTube channel. This is still your Jovita Concept channel. For the returning subscribers, you're welcome back again to my YouTube channel. But please, if you know you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe on the red button, then turn on your notification icon so that I can get any of my future upload each time I drop it. So my people, what I'll be teaching you guys today is how to design flyer. Okay, so let's start by going over to this our properties bar. Okay, by coming over here where they write this lega now, then left click over there, then come back and check the size of the work you'll be working with. Okay, so we'll be working with A5, then you left click over here. Now this is the size of the A5. So the next thing we're gonna do now is that we're gonna go over to this our menu bar. Okay, by coming over here and left click, then fix it to page. You can see to page, then left click. You can see now it's already fixed to page. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do now is that we're gonna fix in this our rectangle in this our working space so that we can be able to work or do something in this place. Okay, by going over to this our properties, by going over to this our tools bar. Okay, then come down to this our rectangle, then double click by left clicking. Okay, now this is it. Then go over to this pick tool and left click to drop the tools. Okay, then the next thing is to come down to this our color palette. You can see, then come over here. Sorry, I don't know the name, but this is where you can remove the outline if you want to. So you have to right click over here to remove the outline of this. Okay, so the next thing is that we're gonna shift this our work first. Okay, now the next thing we're gonna do now is that we're gonna power click something inside this, because we'll be working with power click in this one. Okay, by going over to this, by clicking on this our image now. Okay, then the next thing is to right click. Okay, you can see, then come down and look for where the right power click, which is here, then left click over there, then carry your cursor to the center of this. You can see where my cursor is now, then left click. You can see now it has already been power clicked inside this our working space. So let's edit it by going over to this edit. You can see now and left click. Okay, now this is it. So let's arrange this and fix it the way it will be. Okay, I want to rotate it. So what we can do, I want to rotate it. So the simplest way we can do that, instead of using our cursor to do that, or rather we'll go straight to this our properties bar. Okay, by coming over here, then you can see here now. Okay, then left click over here and highlight. Okay, you can still type it anyhow, but I like highlighting it. Then you can simply insert the number 90. If you guys know what is 90 degree now, and enter. You can see now the thing has already turned the way we want it. Okay, so let's turn it upside down, because I want this to go up, then this to come down. Okay, by going over here, you can see if you want it to be like this, you can turn it. You can see now. Okay, now this is what you want. So what else we're gonna do now is that we're gonna increase it so that it can fit in the page. Okay, by holding on the shift button on your desktop, then left click and drag it up so that the two can be able to go once. Okay, now this is it. Okay, now press the P in your desktop to fit the center. This is what you want now. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do now is that we're gonna go back to that our normal page by going over to this finish edit. Okay, then come here and copy this our image here. Okay, you can see now, then right click, come over here and left click to copy. Okay, so we have to click on this again, then go back to this our edit and left click. Okay, come over here and right click, then paste. Now this is it. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do now is that we're gonna draw something, because we are trying to fit in this our image inside this our working space. Okay, so let's go to our tools bar. Okay, then click on this our ellipse tools. Okay, by left clicking over here, then come over here and draw it. Okay, let's go with this size for now, then drop the tools and put on the outline. Maybe let's give it white, or okay, pink, or any. Okay, let's give it this outline. Okay, then you bring this your circle over here now. Okay, now this is it. I think we need to increase it. The outline is too tiny, so we need to increase it by going over to this our properties bar. Okay, this is properties bar, then come over to this hairline, then left click over here. Okay, then look for the size you may like it to be. Okay, let's work with size 4. Okay, now this is it. So the next thing we're gonna do, okay, the next thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna duplicate it, because we need more than this, okay, by holding the shift button in your desktop, okay, then left click and drag it up, okay, then right click. Now hold the control button on your desktop, then D, okay. Now we need 4 of these, okay. Now, so let's start placing in the position we may like it to be, okay, by using our mouse, then left click and bring it over here, okay. Now this is it, okay. You guys can see what I'm doing, okay. Let's bring this here, bring this here, okay. Okay, hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing. Now this is it, okay. Let's bring it a little bit down, okay, okay, okay. Now this is it. So the next thing we're gonna do now is that we'll start implying this our image inside this our shape now that we have already draw here, okay. So let's start by, maybe let's just start by inserting, okay, let's use this one first, okay. Then let's, the next thing, okay, so let's power click it inside one of these, okay, by clicking on it, then right click, you can see, then come over to this power click and left click, then come over here and power click it inside, okay. Now this is it, okay. So the next thing we're gonna do now is that we're gonna do the same in the other ones, okay, by going over here, okay, left click, then right click, look for the power click and left click, then come over here and left click, okay. So the next thing again is that we will still do the same thing by clicking on the one we want to insert in that shape, okay, then right click and come to the power click, okay, then left click, then come over here and left click. You guys can see what I'm doing, okay. Okay, so let's look for another one. I think let's use this one, okay. Then you have to power click by clicking over here, come over here and power click. Now this is what we are looking for, okay. So I think maybe let's just increase the outline here, or let's reduce this to 3, okay, then reduce this one as well to 3, okay. Now this is what we want, okay. So the next thing we're gonna do now is that we're gonna put, because we need to put this one as well inside this our working space, okay. So we're gonna draw another type of shape for this one now, okay. So by going over to this our tools bar, okay, we're gonna make use of our rectangle, okay, by left clicking over there, then come over here and draw it, okay. Now this is it, okay. Let's drop the tools, okay, and bring it over here. Then the next thing we're gonna do is that we need to duplicate it by, Control D in your desktop, by holding the shift button in your desktop and left click and drag it aside, okay. You can see the same thing is applicable here. Or if you didn't, even though you didn't hold your shift button in your desktop, you can still left click and drag, then right click, left click and drag, then right click. That is it. So we need only just 3 of this shape, okay. So the next thing we're gonna do now is that, like this one now, I would not like it to be in this shape, so I would like to rotate it, okay. And the easiest way to do that, instead of using my mouse to rotate it, I would rather go to my properties bar, okay, come over here, then highlight it and insert 90 degree, okay, and center it. This is actually the size and how I want it to be. Actually I would like this side to face this side. So the next thing I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna go over to this our properties bar, okay, and come over here and left click. You can see it has turned to the side. Then the next thing is that upside down, I would like this side to be here, then this to be here. So I'm gonna go over to here again, then click over here. Now this is exactly what I want to do now, okay. So the next thing I'm gonna do now is that, let me bring this over here. I'm gonna bring this over here and place it here, okay. Then the same thing is applicable here. So we're gonna stretch this, okay, a little bit, then skin it a little bit, okay. I think it's okay like this. You need to reduce it a little bit, okay. I'm just inserting it here to know the size, so not exactly the way it will be. Okay, we are just coming. Okay, so the same thing is applicable here. Okay, let's just bring this, skim it down a little bit. Okay, 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 okay. Let's bring this down a little bit. Okay, so I think this size will be okay. So what we're gonna do now is that we're gonna click on this our image, then right click over there, then look for power click, then left click. Okay, then come over here and power click it inside. Now this is what I want, so I need to skim it up to cover this space you're seeing here. Okay, by going over to this edit, then click over here. Okay, then skim it up. Okay, now this is it. You guys can see what I'm doing. Bring it down a little bit. Okay, now let's see. Okay, now let's rotate this. Okay, okay, hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing. But before then, let's just group this and fix it page. Okay, by clicking the shift button and page up on your desktop. Okay, let's do it this way first. Okay, like this is okay for now. Okay, so let's bring this one as well, then bring this here, then click on this, then right click over here, power click, then come over here and let's click, then you bring it over here and rotate it as well. Okay, 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 the same thing is applicable here. Okay, then bring this aside, then come over here and click, then right click over here, then come over here and power click. Okay, then come over here and paste it there. Now this is it, then you bring it over here, then rotate it as well. Okay, now this is it. So let's start by fixing it in. But before then, let's make the outline white and reduce it a little bit because it's too big for our liking here. Okay, so let's make the outline. Okay, let's make the outline, maybe let's make it 8. Okay, I think this 8 is okay. So the same thing is applicable here. Okay, come over here, 8. The same thing is applicable here. Okay, come over here, 8. Now this is it, but we're gonna change the color because this is not this color we like it to be. Okay, let's change it to white color. Okay, like coming over here and right click. Okay, the same thing is applicable here. Come over here, then you right click, click on this, come over here and right click. Okay, now this is it. So let's bring this down a little bit. Okay, then bring it up. No, it's too big. Okay, okay, let's see. Then you have to skim this. Okay, the same thing is applicable here. Okay, okay, let's rotate this a little bit. Okay, then adjust it small. Okay, like this is okay. Okay, let's bring this up just a little bit. Okay, I think it's okay like this for now. Okay, let's leave it this way for now and see. Okay, so okay, the next thing we're gonna do now is that we're gonna finish our edit. Okay, by clicking on here, then come over here and left click. Okay, now this is it. Okay, so let's start by inserting this our test inside this our work now to see how it may be. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna break this our test apart because all of this we don't need to insert it like this. We're gonna put some cursive fonts, as in something that will make it to look more attractive and beautiful. Okay, let's start by breaking it apart by clicking on the Control K on your desktop. Okay, you guys can see what happened now. Okay, the thing is now on its own, is single, stands on its own, no more cluster. Okay, so let's start by first of all applying this our essential inside this our working space. Okay, by left clicking over here. Okay, then bring it over here. Now okay, let's increase it. Okay, okay, Okay. Okay, let's leave it like this for now. Okay, no, let's leave it like this for now. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do, let's adjust it a little bit. Okay, I think it's okay like this. Okay, so let's go for the next, which is this recruitment, and bring it over here. Okay, then we need to change the font character. We don't need this font at all. So let's go to this our properties bar. Okay, then click over here and look for the font we would like to insert in this. Okay, let's search for the font we may like to. Sorry, my this is hanging. So we're gonna change it to title case. Okay, we're going over to this our text. Okay, then left click, then come down to this to change to case. Okay, then left click. Okay, then look for the one we are looking for. Let's make it title case by clicking over here, then okay it. Now this is it. So let's increase it a little bit. Okay, I think it's okay like this. Okay, let's leave it like this for now. I don't know, let's leave it like this for now. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna change this. We're gonna change this color. Let's change the color maybe to this orange. Okay, let's leave it to this orange. So let's bring the next text here, okay, which is kitchen. Then bring it over here and change the font character and title case as well by going over here. Okay, change to case, then come over to title case, then click okay. Now this is it. We're gonna change the font character. Okay, let's look for, okay, let's use this, then change the color, maybe let's put white. Okay, then and increase it a little bit. Okay, now I think this is it. Okay, you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so the next thing now is this. We're gonna insert this. Okay, let's reduce it and change it to title case by going over here. Okay, okay, then title case and okay it, and change the font character to white. Okay, now I think it's okay like this. Okay, so we're gonna insert maybe something like shape by going over to this our tools bar. Okay, then click over here, come over here and draw a little shape like this. Okay, I think this is okay. Then drop the two by going over to this picture. Okay, then bring this. Okay, we didn't drop it. Okay, then bring it over here. Okay, then reduce it a little bit. Okay, okay. So the next thing we're gonna do is that we need to shift this our text up by holding the shift page up on your desktop. Okay, then let's click on this our shape and give it a color. Maybe let's give it white color. Then this our text, let's give it black. No, sorry, I'm trying to get the text. No, I'm trying to get the text. Okay, by clicking over here, then give it a black color. Okay, then shift it to page up by holding the shift page up on your desktop. Okay, then now shift this one up. Okay, now bring it down a little bit. Okay, now this is it. Okay, this is it. Bring it down a little bit so that I won't cover the kitchen again. And now this is it. So the next thing we're gonna do now is that we're gonna bring this one over here. Okay, we're gonna bring it over here, then reduce it a little bit and give it another color, maybe the same color orange. Okay, then we need to reduce it. Okay, then bring this one as well. Okay, vegetable bono onubu. Okay, you need to reduce it. Okay, and change the font character. Maybe let's just, okay, let's try this font. Let's try this font character. Bring it down a little bit, then bring this one as well, Ora, Egusi and Granite, and place it here. Come over here and change the font character as well. Okay, okay, let's make use of the same font character. Okay, I think this is okay. Okay, let's adjust this a little bit. Okay, let's adjust it a little bit. The same is applicable here. Okay, because you're gonna put something here, the same is applicable here, and the same is applicable here. Okay, now let's leave it this way first, then drop the tools and bring this one as well. Okay, and place it here. Then we need to enter it. No, finish edit. You need to enter this. Okay, then drop this. But before then, let's first of all bring this our rectangle over. We need to draw a shape over here. So let's go to our tools bar by clicking on our rectangle and draw it a little bit, just a small thing like that. Then drop the tools and bring it over here. Okay, now you need to expand it a little bit. Now this is it. Then increase it and remove the inner line. Okay, by going over here, then left click. Now this is it. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do, let's change the outline. Maybe let's give it the same color. I think this color is okay. Okay, so we need to increase this line a little bit. Okay, now let me zoom it so that we can see it more clearly. Okay, now let's bring this our call. Okay, and bring this our order as well. Okay, okay, hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing. Let's bring this over here and reduce it. Okay, we need to change the font character by going over here, then let's click, let's look for impacts, then click over here and type it if you can't find it easily. Okay, now this is what we are looking for. Okay, let's click on it. This is it. We need to change the character, the font color. Okay, we don't need this one. Let's give it this orange color by clicking over here. Okay, so I think we need to shift it a little bit and increase it. Let's shift this up a little bit. Okay, drag this a little bit up. Okay, okay, increase it a little bit. No, I think it's okay like this. Let's increase this one instead. Okay, then now I think it's okay like this. Okay, so let's bring this here. Let's bring this here. Shift this aside small first. Okay, bring this one here and reduce it. Okay, reduce it. I think it's okay like this. But we need to change the font character. But we need to change the font character. Okay, I'm going over here. Okay, let's look for a beautiful cursive font. No, let's try another font character by clicking over here. Okay, let's look for another font. Okay, let's look for another font, or maybe let's go for this. Okay, let's go for this for now. Okay, let's look for a bold shouty color like that. So let's change it. Let's check this. Okay, I think we should go with this. Okay, so let's bring this over here, okay, and change the font character by going over here, okay. I don't know, let's look for beautiful fonts. Okay, let's try this. I think this will be okay. Then let's reduce it a little bit, okay. Okay, okay, then let's bring this and place it here and reduce it as well, okay. Then change the font character by going over here. Is this okay? No, let's change the font character. This one is not okay. Okay, let's keep going down to know if you can see a nice font character. Let's go for this. Let's use this, okay. Let's use this, okay. Then bring it over here, okay. Okay, now the next thing we're gonna do now is that, okay, the next thing we're gonna do now is that we're gonna go over to this our tools bar, okay. Then click on this our freehand tools. Let's click over here, then come over here and draw a straight line, okay. Then drop the tools, okay, and reduce it a little bit, okay. Then give it a white outline. I think let's try a white outline, okay, by right clicking over here, okay. Let's see, I think you need to bring it down a little bit, okay, and bring this down a little bit as well and increase it, I think, okay, and increase this line, our freehand line as well, okay. Now this is it, okay. Okay, now this is e-print. This is e-print. Okay, I need to reduce it. This one is going to be tiny, very tiny. Okay, going to be very tiny. So let's reduce it, enter it, okay, and change the font character. Okay. Okay, let's use this, okay. Then reduce it a little bit and give it a white color by clicking over here, okay. Then bring it over here, okay. Then change it to this, okay. Okay, let's reduce it a little bit, okay. I think it's okay like this. Then bring it over here. This is e-print. You can put it at any edge you see space, okay. You can put it any place you see space, okay. I think this is okay like this. This is okay like this, I think. Okay, let's fix it to page first, okay. Okay, okay. So we still need to work on this, okay. Okay, you guys can see what I'm doing. Hope you guys are seeing it. Okay. Okay. So the next thing we're gonna do now is that we're gonna go over to this our tools bar. Okay, then come over to this now, then left click over here, then click on this star, come over here and draw a small of it, then drop the tools and come over here, this properties bar. Okay, you can see where they write it depending how many you may like the knot to be. Okay, then you keep increasing it depending how you may like it to be. Okay, I don't know. So you click over here. Okay, okay, depending on how you may like it to be. Okay, I think it's okay like this. Okay, you guys can see what I'm doing. I think you can see it now. This is what I need. Okay, let's reduce it a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna give it a color. Maybe let's give it this color and give it white outline. Okay, okay, I think it's okay like this. Okay, let's reduce it a little bit, then bring it over here. Okay, I think here is okay. Oh, you need to reduce it a little bit. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we need to move it so that it will be here, here, and here. So we need to drag it up by holding it by clicking on the left button on your mouse, then hold the shift and drag it like this, then right click. Okay, hold on the control and D on your desktop. Now this is it. Okay, so the next thing is to shift it where you want it to be, and you make sure you're holding your shift button while shifting it so that it can be in alignment with other ones. Okay, you can see now. Okay, now this one is settled. Okay, so the next thing now is that we're gonna click on it, we're gonna highlight all of this now. Okay, then click on the left button in your mouse, then hold on the shift button and drag it down a little bit. Okay, then right click. Okay, now this is it. Okay, I think we need to reduce this a little bit. This, yeah, needs to be reduced. Yes, this is how it's supposed to be. Okay, so let's now shift this by holding the shift button and drag it inside a little bit. Okay, the same thing is applicable here. You hold your shift and drag it. The same thing is applicable here. Hold your shift and drag it. Okay, I think this is what you want, and we still need it in this particular one. Okay, so we're gonna bring this now. Okay, we're gonna duplicate it by left clicking and drag it, then right click over here. Now this is it. We need to reduce it a little bit. Okay, then bring it over here. We need to shift space this so that we can see where to insert it. Okay, now let's bring it by let's drop the tools first. Okay, then bring this over here. Okay, okay, I think it's okay like this. Then hold the shift button and drag it, then right click. Okay, I think this is okay like this now. So the next thing now is that we're gonna change the color of this, maybe to this. Okay, and this one, the same thing is applicable here. Okay, okay, now I think let's see what we did. Okay, let's fix to page. Then we now need to delete this because you don't need them anymore. Okay, delete. Okay, you need to forward click to see edit. I mean to say you need to increase this, cover it a little bit, not really. Okay, I think it's okay like this. So I think we need to bring this down a little bit. I think let's increase this a little bit. Okay. Okay. Not really. Okay, bring this a little bit. Okay, let's see. Not this. Let's see how it sits. Okay. 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 So we need to reduce this. Let's group this first before reducing it. Okay. 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 This has to go up a little bit. Okay, let's see. Okay. So guys, okay. Now this is it. Okay. So guys, this is where we're gonna end in today's video. So please, we continue from where we stopped in our next video. So please, my people, if you have been watching and like my update each time I drop it, please do not forget or hesitate to like, subscribe on the red button, then turn on your notification icon for easy notifying. And please do not forget to share and share with your friends, share with anybody that you know that is interested in learning graphics design. See you guys in our next video. Thank you guys for watching.